I'm David Jonathan, and this is my reimagining of the blank deck. For years, creative performers have shied away from card tricks to use more innovative approaches by writing on blank cards. These topical effects may include writing movies, symbols, words, drawings, celebrities, countries, anything to better engage with the audience. Because as we know, participants can relate more to movies and celebrities than they can with playing cards. But unfortunately, the right prop never existed. The blank card options on the market are fine for routines where the cards in the deck turn blank, as they were once perceived to be playing cards. But when we use these standard blank cards in routines where we write or draw on the faces, well, then the issues start to become apparent. First is design and context. So if you're doing your routine where you write different movies on the cards, let me ask you, why is Jurassic Park written on a card whose back design is a shirtless child riding bicycles surrounded by angels? I mean, you would never choose this design for that routine, as it's not even remotely fitting the context of movies and it just feels out of place. The next problem is perception. Well, if your goal is to move away from card tricks, why are you using the most popular playing card back design? It then still feels like a card trick. So why not use double blank cards? Well, if I spread them, you can't tell how many cards there are because it all becomes a sea of white. Everything just becomes lost in the mix. How about business cards, I hear you ask? Well, 1, they clump and don't spread. 2, not everyone has white backs. And 3, let's face it, it's a bit tacky to use a pack of cards with your contact info on the backs of each. I mean, talk about not fitting context, this is even worse. So the right prop really did not exist until now. The first step was to add a border to the faces. Now it's much nicer than a boring white card. This also allows for beautiful displays, not only framing the subject, but providing much needed clarity when spreading through the cards. Gone is that dreaded sea of white, so now when I spread a small packet, I know roughly how many cards that is. The next step is to give it a universal, minimal design, fit for every routine imaginable. So whether you're writing numbers, letters, names, symbols, countries, food, celebrities, movies, you name it, it's a perfect design that fits the context. The deck was also custom designed to not look like playing cards. From the plain backs to the borders on the faces, the pack is immediately distinguishable as something that's unique. The box also comes beautifully designed as blank flashcards, giving a reason and justification for having blank cards that exist. Lastly, just look at the difference between this deck and a standard blank deck side by side, and you can see just how improved it looks from a visual and contextual perspective. We also include a few routines to get your creative juices flowing, and I cannot wait to see how you will use them. I'm David Jonathan, and I'm so proud to present to you the Blank Deck Evolved.